We welcome you to the Tennessee AgrAbility Virtual State Fair, and we hope you'll have a chance to learn a lot about what AgrAbility is all about, and more today about the things that the Tennessee AgrAbility Project has to offer. My name is Troy Duggar. I'm currently serving as the Project Director for Tennessee AgrAbility. During this part of our state fair, we want you to have a chance to meet our staff and hear a little bit about each one of our staff and the roles that we play with AgrAbility. So I will start with that. My name again is Troy Duggar. I'm the Project Director for Tennessee AgrAbility. I've been in this role for just over about 10 months now, as I took over this position from Tim Prather, who retired from UT Extension at the end of 2019. Tim was instrumental in the one that got this program going for Tennessee over 25 years ago. I currently work with the Center for Profitable Agriculture, located in the middle part of our state in Columbia, Tennessee, and there I work as a program coordinator. I work with our AgrAbility Project, Beginning Farmers, our SARE project, the Sustainable Agricultural Program. I do some specialty crop work and also work with value-added agriculture, and that's what the center has been known for the past 20 years of its existence. I've been with the Center for Profitable Agriculture just a little over 2.5 years, and prior to that, I worked 33 years with the UT Extension Service in Hickman County in Middle Tennessee, with 4-H with the Adult Ag Program, and serving as County Director for several years. Just something about the AgrAbility Program project that hits me in my short time that I've been working with it. I've learned a great deal. I've got some good coworkers that are continuing to educate me about the AgrAbility project, but just seeing some of the resources that are available to some of these producers and how it can assist others is something great. And to add to that, a lot of the veterans who we have that are wanting to farm, who want to continue their farming operation, are just some of the great things that I've noticed about the Tennessee AgrAbility Project over the time that I've been involved with it. One of our members of our staff that's with us today, and we'll meet each of our members, but I want to introduce to you first, Finus Stribling. So Finus, if you will tell us a little bit about yourself and your work with AgrAbility, we'll be certainly glad to hear from Finus.
Thank you, Troy. Again, my name is Finus Stribling. I've been working with Tennessee State University for 27 years. I am the project director for the AgrAbility program there at Tennessee State University. Been working with AgrAbility roughly about 18 years. And the more I work with it, it's near and dear to my heart, because I am, I want to say, a victim myself of a farm accident. It's about, I guess in the 9th grade, I got caught up in a combine and have dislocated my shoulder. And as we all know, farmers always, figure out things to do. Every time, people tell us things can't be done, but we figure out a way to get it done. And here recently, I was involved with another on-farm accident where I tore my rotator cuff, and I'm currently not going through therapy. And I also own and operate a farm in Arkansas. So I do understand, what it means to I guess, continue to farm, because that's something. I'm a 3rd-generation farmer, and so I kind of get that. And working with the AgrAbility program, I get a chance to see it firsthand. I've been a part of that, so it brings joy to me to work with farmers when I can help them continue to do the thing that they love to do and continue their livelihood in this thing we call farming. And I'm an area specialist, work in Middle Tennessee area. I'm housed in Murray County. So it's a joy to work with this program. And every day when I get up, I'm always putting on my farmer hat as well as my extension hat when I go to work every day.
Thank you, Finus. We appreciate that information and how you've been involved with the AgrAbility Project over the last several years. Another one of our staff members is Joetta White. So Joetta.
Hi, I'm Joetta. I am the Western Region Area Specialist with UT TSU Extension AgrAbility Project. I've been with Tennessee AgrAbility for 23 years. And before that, I was 4-H agent in Gibson County, Tennessee for 9 years. The highlight of working with the AgrAbility Project is when you see farmers' tears roll down their cheek when their mobility device is delivered, knowing they're going to be able to get around their farm easier with their physical challenge. And another one is a couple of weeks ago, I received a text from a farmer's daughter and all she put on there was one happy papa, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. And this was after installation of a new tractor seat and tractor steps with a handrail because he has back problems and he has neuropathy. So getting in and out of the tractor was a problem for him. And then sitting in the worn out tractor seat, he's able to feel better whenever he gets off there. So that's the highlights of me, of the reason that I love working with AgrAbility, knowing that I can help farmers continue to do the job that they love and want to do until they can retire. I don't know when a farmer retires, but that's the highlight of my job, knowing that I can keep them going for as long as they want to. I'm going to share just a little bit about Finus. He was sharing his injuries. About 3 years ago, I had knee replacement surgery. And so I got to see what some of my farmers were dealing with, getting back in after surgery and getting back on the tractor like I did, seeing what all they go through. So I was able to see what they went through and experience that and know a little bit better about how to help them. I'm going to close with a text that I received from a close friend of mine. He's a former rodeo cowboy who was permanently injured after riding a horse. He sent this to me not too long ago. He said, you know, usually an enabler is not such a good thing to be. It has a negative connotation. What you're doing and have done for farmers has turned that notation plumb around. You've managed to make enabling into a very good thing. I'm very glad it makes you happy to be an enabler. Keep on rolling, Tennessee AgrAbility.
Joetta, thank you. Thank you for those words and sharing that, and how AgrAbility Project how you have been working with it, and the good things that you've done as well. Another member of our staff is Eileen Legault, and Eileen, will let you tell about yourself and your work with the AgrAbility Project.
Good morning. I'm proud to be part of this great Tennessee AgrAbility team. I am the UT Extension Tennessee AgrAbility Area Specialist, and I cover the eastern region of Tennessee. I too was lucky to grow up on a farm in 10 Mile, Tennessee, and I was introduced to disabilities at a very young age. My youngest brother, James, has cerebral palsy and is hearing impaired. So that also introduced me to the world of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and assistive technology. And that started my interest in helping others who are disabled to continue to live independently and find a way to do what they wanted to do. I learned about Tennessee AgrAbility in 1995, and I worked with the Tennessee and Kentucky AgrAbility Project and worked closely with my mentor, the deceased John Hancock, who could adapt anything. We meet a lot of people and become part of their stories with AgrAbility. And my favorite or unique situation, I met my husband through AgrAbility in 1997 at the AgrAbility National Training Workshop, and the rest is history. We, after we were married, we moved, and it was not an AgrAbility project, but I stayed in touch with my Tennessee AgrAbility friends, and we moved back to Tennessee in 2014, and I had the opportunity to work with UT Extension, the Tennessee AgrAbility Project again. The biggest change in Tennessee AgrAbility was now we had more veterans with disabilities post 9/11 who wanted to transition into farming. And I was tasked to help figure out how we could best serve those clients. And our National AgrAbility Project encouraged us to work with the National Farmer Veteran Coalition. And we identified partners across the states and collaborated to join resources. And I am proud to say that in 2020, Tennessee has an official Farmer Veteran Coalition of Tennessee chapter, and we have over 1,000 members going strong. So Joette and I both work with mainly outreach and education about AgrAbility, but my favorite part is the farm visits. I'm a planner, and we get a phone call, text, or email of a farmer who needs help from an extension agent or the farmer themselves, and we drop everything. That's our number one priority, to figure out how we can help that farmer get back to doing what they love. I'm proud to be part of this team, and I feel like we make a difference across the state, and I believe in the mission of AgrAbility. And I look forward to sharing stories with you across Tennessee of our partners and different farmers that we work with. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Eileen. Thank you for those words about your work with the AgrAbility Project as well. That's our staff with the Tennessee AgrAbility Project. They certainly do some good work across our state, and we thank you for joining us as part of the day for our virtual state fair, and hope you'll continue to look at some of the things that we have to offer today during the virtual state fair. Thank you for joining us.